How are you, Chris?
All right, I'm all right, Cherif. So thanks for taking the time to do this interview today.
Absolutely happy to do it for everybody.
Awesome. So I have a few questions. I'm very interested in being a hedge fund manager.
Yes.
That's like the North Star. So
yes,
I have a few questions I prepared here for you.
Absolutely
I'd
happy
love
to
for you
answer.
to answer.
Thank you.
All right. So what has been the best and the worst thing about being a hedge fund manager at this point?
Okay, so being a real estate fund manager is a great way to help others who need passive income. They don't want to make day-to-day decisions. And because I had a big database of students who knew what I was doing and I had relationship with them, it was great and easy for me to start the fund because there was demand. And we right away raised several millions and started deploying the capital in the Bay Area and expanded from there. So the nice part is helping others. The tough part is sometimes finding the real good deals because you constantly want to be so careful with the money. You're double as prudent, you're double as careful because it's not just your money but investors' money. And thank God we've done very well through the years. So the challenging part made us better.
Awesome. All right. So what would you recommend someone who is looking to get into this type of business? What are the first steps you would recommend?
Okay, well, get a good training because there is a challenge. Do I get the deal first or do I get the money first? If I get the money first, the money's sitting, they don't want to give me the money until they're gonna get a return. If I get the deal, they don't want to give me the deal until the money's lined up. The deal is a good deal, so they don't want to wait too long. They want me to close fast. So that constant challenge between getting the money and getting the deal is what creates a challenge. One of the best ways to do it is to set up something called fund of funds. I can show people how to do it, and it's simply they set up their own fund, and then when they raise capital, they deploy the capital through their fund into my fund. It's called fund of funds. So they use my fund as fund of funds. And this way they're raising capital, they're deploying it into my deals, and then they are getting actually a partnership with me. And within, let's say, a few months to a year, they should have raised enough money to be able to cash out and branch out on their own to continue without my help at all.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
yeah, so I was able to help myself by helping them because it helped me raise more money, deploy more capital. And then the second step would be like they take the money, that those are their clients, and they're able to grow on their own.
Okay, so to do that then specifically, do you recommend actually following through and doing deals prior to starting like a fund of fund with you?
Yes, ideally the best thing is to have experience in real estate, buying properties, rehabbing properties, flipping properties, and how to negotiate this. Things like the joint venture program that I do where you can find vacant single tenant buildings, bring in the big tenants and then flip them. Getting a couple deals under your belt will really give you the confidence to raise the money and then start deploying it because people want to know, so who are you? Why should I give you the money?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good. So as far as, let's say, now we always know for Cherif that, hey, 30,000 cash flow per month, you're good with.
Oh yeah, you can live a very good life.
You live a very good life with that.
Yes.
How does one get to that goal?
All right, incrementally.
Okay.
I mean gradiently. That means one step at a time and you build on what you have. Most people get overwhelmed between where they are and the goal they want to achieve.
Okay.
And the way to make goals happen is to start with small steps in the right direction. Any small step followed by another small step that is validated by you, hey, I am succeeding, I am moving in the right direction, that gives you the overall success. It's not in giant leaps. Giant leaps come later on. Just start moving in the right direction, whereby you get the training, you find a small building, maybe you partner up with people, do the first transaction, and that all moves you to the right end goal that you want.
Gotcha. Now that you brought that up though, if you do want to partner with people and have them, provide capital for you to get a deal, do you need to be signed with the SEC? Is that something you need to sign up with initially?
So to answer your question, there are two types of structures. You can do something like a limited liability company where you have a bunch of people come in with you as partners. So everybody's making decisions together, collectively, and they're participating in the decision making by voting, etc. So that does not require a filing with the SEC. The other one that requires filing with the SEC is when people give you the money with the expectation of profit and you're making all the decisions. That's now a security. You must fill out a private placement memorandum, submit to the SEC, use the proper attorney. And I urge you to think of setting up a fund. It's a lot safer, a lot better, and a lot more accurate to do the business. Because when you get partners, everybody has has an opportunity to challenge your decisions, and you get like an inverse relationship between how many decisions need to be made and how many people making decisions. The more people you have, the less decisions you will make.
Okay.
So eventually all roads will lead you to set up your own fund and do it the right way.
That's awesome. Okay. So if you were to go back, I always ask this question.
That's a great question.
And choose again, would you be the same thing you are today?
Yes, I just would have started the syndication world sooner. I was training people for about 10 years before I realized when the market had dropped in 2009, as you know, we had the market drop in 2008. I was still doing great. As a matter of fact, when the market drops, I know how to do business. I know how to actually position myself to make more money. This is when I make the most. So I was doing a training and I started showing people how I made some deals happen. And one gentleman from a class, we had like 100 people in the San Mateo Marriott, raised his hand and he said, Cherif, I would love to do what you do. I've been watching you for years. I learned so much, but I cannot make a mistake. I'll end up getting a divorce. So I said, oh, no. So what are you asking me? And he said, can I just give you the money?
Yeah.
And I felt I was put on the spot and I didn't know what he meant. So jokingly, I turned the question to the audience and I said, how many people would rather just give me the money? And everybody raised their hands and they started smiling. I thought to myself, what am I doing not offering the people who know me, who had known me for years, my students, my investors, that they can actually invest with me? And that's when I immediately went and set up a fund, which was the first fund called Cherif Medawar International Group Security Income Fund. So I wish I knew that earlier. I would have set it up literally 1999, not 2009.
Right.
We've been up and running now over 11 years successfully.
Okay. And so you said 2009. So during that time, that was a downturn in the economy. How would you say that experience was for you starting it at that point in time versus another point in time?
It was great because you could see great deals that are below market.
Yes.
And the banks didn't want to loan any money.
Okay.
And then you would talk to people and people would say, well, I got 100,000, I got 50,000, 25, I can't get into this deal. So I said, let's group the money together with my money and we're going to do more deals.
Okay.
It just helped me accelerate my results and help people with little amounts of money to grow faster. And everybody benefited.
That's great. Okay. So the last question I have here or two more will be, what is your definition of financial independence?
Financial independence is to be able to afford things you want to do without having to worry about how much. Things you want to do, such as things for people you love, people you know, and people you don't know. It's not just those who you know. I want to be able to help people that I'll never meet, just to be able to help another human being somewhere around the world. And having the money and being able to do it is just such a blessing. I don't need to thank you. I don't need to know who they are. They don't need to know who I am. I just know I could help somebody. I know a lot of people brag about it and they want to say, oh, I donated to this cause or this. I like to be quiet about it. This is something between God and myself. And being financially independent is being able to help others in more than one way, not just the money, but being able to have the time to give them the time. Like I do my trainings, my training events, I'm not thinking about the money.
Wow.
A lot of the training events are done free. And I say, well, if you want to take the advanced training now, that's going to take a lot of more time. I want to know if they're going to invest in themselves, they want to go to the next level, that's when I charge. And that for me is financial independence, to be able to not worry too much about, hey, where is the money coming next month? Can I send the kids to college? Can I really afford this car? I need to fly. Should I book my ticket 2 weeks ahead of time or whatever? I just want to go, look at the best, shortest flight. I'll pay a little bit more, get there sooner. I want to go see my mom. She's 92. I take a flight, go see her. I want to go see my wife and kids right now because the training is finished earlier. I can take an earlier flight. I don't have to worry about the extra fees here or there.
That's awesome. Okay. And the last question is, what would Cherif Medawar want to be remembered for?
Well, this is a great question. I want to be remembered for somebody who was able to help people reach for their maximum potential. People always have way more potential than they ever believed. And I think people don't realize that the road is wide open, and all they have to do is reach. The precondition of having is to reach. And I want to show people they can reach, they can have, and once they have, they can do more and they become more. And in that evolution, they help others. And that, I think, will be my mission accomplished. It sounds like a saint, but I truly believe what I do. I could sit by the beach in Cancun or in Puerto Rico and enjoy the rest of my life, but there is nothing more exciting than coming in, doing trainings, and seeing people getting excited about the future potential and what they can reach for.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Well, Cherif, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the knowledge, all the years. I've really followed you alongside that time, and I really look to you as a mentor.
Thank you.
I'm grateful for your life. I'm grateful for what you said yes to, and I really appreciate you. So thanks.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.